It's 1994, deep in the forests of northern Zaire. A team of scientists watches in horror as a mysterious virus spreads with terrifying speed, killing villagers in hours. This isn't some ancient curse, it's a new plague, one we've never faced before. What unleashed this invisible predator, and why did our decades of confidence in defeating infectious diseases crumble overnight? Let's unravel the story Laurie Garrett unfolds in The Coming Plague. By the 1970s, everyone thought we'd beaten infectious diseases, but reality hit hard. Let's see how arrogance blinded us to new dangers. In Zaire, 1994, scientists encountered a chilling new virus, Ebola, killing hundreds in weeks. It wasn't a distant threat. Entire villages were wiped out in the blink of an eye. Garrett digs into the heartbreak and confusion, showing how this outbreak exposed our fragility against invisible foes lurking in remote backwaters. Imagine microbes as hackers constantly rewriting their code to slip past our defenses. Antibiotic resistance, viral mutation, these tiny invaders use genetic trickery, like a master hacker changing passwords to evade drugs and immune systems. Garrett illustrates that microbes don't just survive, they evolve on hyperdrive, making our old weapons useless. Despite these signs, governments and health agencies rested on laurels. Funding dwindled, surveillance slackened, and complacency took hold. Garrett's research reveals a startling truth. It wasn't just microbial fury, but human neglect that birthed this crisis. Our collective blindness made the coming plague all but inevitable. Infectious diseases aren't confined to jungles or slums anymore. They hitch rides on global roads. Here's how our connected world fuels the invisible enemy. In 2003, SARS emerged in Guangdong, China, but within weeks, it was hopping international flights, popping up in Toronto and Hong Kong. Garrett traces this rapid getaway, showing how crowded airports and unprepared health systems handed the virus a first-class ticket for global havoc. Megacities like Lagos, Mumbai, and Rio crush millions into dense living spaces. Garrett paints vivid scenes of these viral ovens where sanitation breaks down, water's contaminated, and a cough in one apartment can ignite outbreaks for thousands. Urban growth without infrastructure is fertile ground for epidemics. Exotic animal markets in Asia and Africa aren't just cultural oddities, they're viral freeways. Live civets, bats, and monkeys packed shoulder to shoulder create perfect conditions for pathogens to jump species. Garrett reveals how these ancient viruses stitch themselves into new hosts, sparking fresh pandemics from forgotten reservoirs. So with plagues on the rise, what's the playbook? Garrett shows us the frontline heroes, the science breakthroughs, and why action beats fear. In Uganda, a small team of epidemiologists set up real-time disease surveillance hotspots. Garrett recounts how this early warning system caught hemorrhagic fevers before they exploded, buying crucial time to act. It's like having smoke detectors in a forest spotting sparks before the wildfire. The story of HIV taught hard lessons, pushing scientists to innovate vaccines and treatments. Garrett highlights how steady funding and collaboration across borders created medical miracles. Vaccines aren't just shots in arms, they're gambits in humanity's chess match against microbes. But science alone doesn't win. Garrett explains outbreaks explode when people distrust authorities or deny facts. In Brazil and Zaire, community engagement turned the tide by empowering locals with knowledge and respect. Trust isn't fluff, it's a strategic weapon against panic and misinformation. Back in Zaire, the virus still lurks, but we've learned something vital. Ignoring microscopic threats invites disaster. Garrett's book isn't just a warning, it's a call to action. Next time you travel, think beyond passports, consider your viral footprint. Try this, support local health organizations, or learn basic outbreak awareness. Because in the coming plague, knowledge might just be your best vaccine. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.